Welcome everybody to the It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia podcast. I'm Glenn Howard and this is Charlie Dan. I'm with Rob McElhenney as well, and we got Megan on the ones and twos. Guys, this is episode 5. It's the end of the day and we're punch drunk.
4:11 on a Tuesday afternoon, 2-2, bottom of the ninth.
And we're back! Charlie, let me ask you a question. How do you get it up at 4:11 in the afternoon? How do you get it up?
I ate a chocolate chip dunker, Glenn. It was a chocolate chip cookie that was meant to be dunked in coffee, only I'm drinking a sparkling water here, and it's not doing the trick. Now, had I got myself a coffee, I'd be all fired up and ready to go, so I'm operating purely on the chocolate and the cookie.
Well, coffee at 4:11 in the afternoon is what I call a bad idea.
Now, why would you call it a bad idea, Glenn? Had you had an improper sleep experience after having coffee?
My daddy told me that you need 7 hours between your last coffee and when you go to bed, otherwise you won't sleep good.
And is your daddy a doctor? And is he aware of all the things in the universe and how they work? And does he have superior knowledge compared to you or, say, someone else who might also be a doctor?
I don't know. Rob, what do you think?
What the fuck is going on?
Guys, this is episode 5 of the It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia podcast. We wanted to come out of the gates.
Cannon.
Wanted to come out of the gates hot for that one, guys.
It is late in the day.
Well, we did. Guys, listen.
You were falling asleep on the couch 30 minutes ago.
Yeah, I'm an actor.
We know how to dig down deep, Rob.
Got to dig deep.
This is the mania that we've been talking about.
No. No.
The mania is no.
It's just the entertainer in me.
It's just the entertainer in him, Robert.
Don't just repeat everything I say.
And stop repeating what he's saying, man.
I'm talking to you.
All right.
Episode 5, guys. Gun fever.
Still,
Gun fever.
This one holds up.
Well, I'll tell you why.
I like
some
gun
things.
violence still a thing, apparently.
Yeah.
Gun violence still a thing. I haven't seen anything from the first season in 10 years, but that one I don't remember at all. Shelley is incredible.
Oh, Shelley
Desai,
Desai, who plays Huang.
Yeah.
In the episode. And by the way, he was supposed to be Korean. That's why his name is Huang.
When Shelley auditioned, we're like, well, the character is only Shelley. It's got to be this guy. But we didn't change the name.
We just decided to keep the name, even though.
But he is out of control.
Very funny.
Yeah.
Very funny.
Well, he didn't know the tone of the show. Neither did we. We were trying to find it and figure it out. And he was playing the honesty of...
Well, not only did he not know the tone of the show, he didn't know what the show was. And what I mean, and granted, it was the first season, but he also, years later, didn't know that he'd done the show because he came in and auditioned for a totally different character.
Yes.
Apparently having not known that he was already a recurring character on the show.
Correct. Correct.
And
outrageous.
He was great
correct.
in that, too.
Yes.
But
we couldn't hire him.
Remember that?
Of course.
We
it didn't make any
auditions.
sense. We had to call our casting director and say, this guy's already a recurring character in the
He's
show.
already on the
he
show.
doesn't need to play Tony. He plays Wang.
Yeah, he plays Wang.
Yeah.
And he can't play Tony because he can't be two different people.
Yeah.
Although
we have done that.
we have done that. That's true.
So
I found that very funny. My favorite Shelley Desai story, though, is at the season 1 wrap party.
Yeah.
Which is, for those of you who don't know, at the end of a season, a lot of times you have like a little party at the end to celebrate with the crew and everybody who was involved in the making of the show, to basically celebrate all of your achievements. And pat yourselves on the shoulder and just an excuse.
But it's a big thing when you're first starting out because it feels like, oh wow, you wrapped the show. It's a party. You're still young enough and full of life that you want to have fun.
Yeah.
You don't have to go home to the stupid fucking dogs that can't walk themselves. And, you want to go out and drink and enjoy your life.
it's nice for the crew. Everyone's worked really hard. It's been a long time, and it's just one night to be like, hey, we did it.
Yeah,
we did
it.
that.
Yes, we did
We got to
it.
do that.
Let's let loose together. Congrats, everybody. And thank you for all your hard work, that type of thing.
Yeah, and then everybody shows up, and or at least back in the day, everybody would show up, and it would be nice. It'd be nice.
So, Rob, Shelley Desai,
Yeah.
Shelley Desai comes into the party, the guy who plays Huang. You're the first person I think he sees.
Yes.
He
I'm
walks
standing right next to you.
Yeah, okay, you're there too.
I'm there for this.
Yes.
And he comes up to you, and you're thinking he's coming up to you because you guys work together, and you know, we were on the show together.
Yeah, you're thinking he's going to come in and be like, hey, what a great time it was, or something.
Yeah,
So Shelley looks
something
at
like,
you.
thanks for the job.
Shelley looks
Right?
at, but instead, right. Thanks for the gift.
Hey, guys, good to see you again. Congratulations on the end of the season. We think he's going to, no, none of that.
That's not, none of that happened. He walked up to you. I don't think he knew who the fuck you guys were.
No.
And he said what?
Whoa, where's the food?
Where's the food?
Where's the food?
And where's the food has stuck with me for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
So anytime
He walked up to the show's creator.
Yeah.
where's the food?
Where's
Didn't
the food?
say hi. Didn't
no.
say hi. Nothing. Just.
Where's the food?
A fair question. Where was the food? But it has become a running listener at home. This has become a running joke with us. Anytime someone orders food, I think 10 minutes later we'll look at each other and say,
Where's the food?
Where's the food?
Where's the food?
Where's the food?
This is the first time we had Guagino's.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Guagino's is the restaurant that, if you're a super fan, you know exactly what it is. But Guagino's is the restaurant that, in this episode, Sweet D goes to with, what was Rosenbaum's character's name? Why am I forgetting? Colin. I don't think we say the name of the restaurant, but I remember when I was writing it, I don't know why, but Carla Gugino came to mind, and I thought Guagino's. That's good. So that restaurant is actually named after the actress Carla Gugino.
Now, that location is in the Herald Examiner, which was William Hearst's newspaper factory.
Right.
His newspaper was the Herald Examiner. His factory was in downtown Los Angeles, and it had been converted into a bunch of sets, one of which was a bar that we dressed. And so that's why Patty's
the lobby.
Looks like it looks.
Yes, sorry.
The
bar,
lobby of that building was Guagino's.
Oh, my God, I'd forgotten that.
Which we also used as the bank in the episode where we pop our shirts off to try to
yes.
woo the bank teller. And then a bunch of other locations were in that.
Dee's
Sweet Dee's
apartment. Yeah.
We shot all over that fucking decrepit.
And remember, every year they would say, you got to move out of there. You got to move it somewhere else because they're going to tear it down. And then they wouldn't tear it down.
They never did.
And then, well, they have now.
Have they?
Yeah.
Oh, no. They tore it down.
But they kept the lobby.
Oh, so we can still do Guagino's?
No, I think it's like a condos or something. And so I think
so
that's
Guagino's is done. That's why we haven't shot there in a while, right? Because
it doesn't exist.
Yeah. That's sort of an end of an era thing for me because I always really enjoyed those episodes. I mean, the gang dines out. You know, the whole episode takes place in Guagino's.
Yeah, I always liked that set.
Oh man, that's a bummer.
Funny things happen in that set.
That's too bad. That's too bad.
Because it was overly fancy for these guys. Like it was palatial.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was,
I remember
it was
a
a big
sound issue, right? Because it was
very
like
echoey.
marble everywhere, and they wouldn't. This particular episode, the sound is terrible. Like I'm off mic half the. Did we not? When did we not wear body mics? Was that season?
I think we must have always worn.
No, there was a year. There was a season where we didn't wear them.
Really?
Yeah.
Then season one, surely. Do you remember the season where we had a boom operator who was like, he must have had
Sick all the
allergies
time?
or was a coke addict,
Yeah.
but like he always was like holding the boom over your head. He'd be like, ugh. And I'm like, look, if I'm hearing it, you got to be hearing it.
Dude, I am constantly amazed at how often a boom mic guy will be the one who's making the most noise.
Well, they can't.
They're fucking chewing gum. I'm like, what the fuck are you? Whenever I see a boom guy chewing gum, I'm like, are you fucking kidding me, dude?
That's because that person's hearing everything except
himself.
Him or herself.
Son of a bitch. I hate that shit. I don't like chewing gum. I just don't like it. I don't like it.
That's misophonia, right? Misophonia?
Misophonia, yeah. I do have misophonia. I do. Look it up.
That's long established.
Chewing drives you.
That's long established.
It bugs me too, I'll admit it.
It does, yeah.
I'll admit it.
Yeah, that makes me feel better about myself.
You're not alone in that. Just don't smack your gum, man.
Don't smack it. If you're going to insist on chewing it like a fucking cow, just don't smack it. You fucking jerks. And definitely don't pop it.
Don't be popping and smacking your gum.
Smack and pop your gum. You know, we don't want to fucking hear it. We don't want to hear it. We've got our own things going on. It's like, I'm thinking about something, but all I can hear is you. Fuck you.
Guys, did you notice on the show we yell a lot?
On It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
Yeah, and we yell over each other.
Well,
quite a bit.
Yeah. I mean, that was always part of the quote-unquote charm of the show, wasn't it? You know, which is also why a lot of the reviews were like, don't like it because it's just people yelling at each other, and they're not totally wrong.
And I think a lot of people were like, I like it because it's people yelling at each other.
It's people yelling at each other, just like I do with my friends in real life. I talk over them because I have shit to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got a question for you guys. Rob. Well, let me take this. Charlie.
Yeah, okay, good.
Well, no, I mean, you started
Let's get
with me.
real, man.
You started with me.
I feel like I've asked you a bunch of questions, and I want to start with Charlie.
Good.
He's also a bigger star.
Okay. For now.
True. It's too late, Rob. You're 44.
Yeah, it's too late, buddy. He's
You had your
established.
chance. The door is closed.
Yeah, buddy.
It's closing.
It's closed.
It's close. It's close.
What are you, Gene Hackman? All right. What do you got?
I'm Morgan Freeman.
I'm Morgan Freeman. Charlie, how do you feel about guns?
Well, they're awesome.
You like shooting them?
Yeah, a lot of fun. Go to shoot some skeet or whatever.
Have you done that? Have you skeet shot?
Yes, and it's a blast. It's awesome.
What have you done? Have you done skeet? Have you done clays? Have you done
clay pigeons?
Yeah, pigeons.
Clay pigeons.
Yeah.
I've done that. Thanks for closing that.
He's closing the blind because you're hearing an awful scraping sound.
He's so jealous of me.
He really is jealous. He doesn't even want me to see you.
Jealous. But it's totally insane. I mean, I think I remember being naively optimistic that when we were making the episode and we were calling out sort of all the problems with mass shootings and things at the time a little bit and the problems with gun violence in our country, thinking that but it will get better, that we'll have this sort of snarky social commentary in our show, but in 10 years or so, we'll get past some of this. So I'm displeased, if you're asking my full opinion with guns, which is it's crazy.
Yeah.
I think the problem is that we can't acknowledge that there's a problem, which is just nuts. Just nuts. And then, I think the other thing that people hide behind, they say, well, it's a mental health issue. Well, sure. Also, yes.
Also that. We can do two things at once.
Let's
do two things at once.
Let's work on both.
We definitely hit this issue much harder in the Gun Fever 2 Still Hot, which we'll get to in a long time from now.
Yeah.
When the fuck did we do that? Season 7 or 8?
No idea.
Yeah. I don't remember either.
They do start to blend in quite a bit. I could name probably season, again, not having seen them for a decade, I could still name all the episodes from 1, 2, and 3, maybe even 4, and then I'm lost.
That's it.
And then I'm lost all the way up until, because they just kind of start to blend together.
Right.
Rob, what's your take on guns? Let's get real for a minute here. We can't just do the episodes about these heavy topics and then just totally avoid them.
I think it's a complicated issue. I have a firearm
agree.
myself. I have a firearm. I have a handgun in my house that I keep locked in a safe.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy shooting the gun.
It's like a pistola, like a little.
Like a little pistola.
That's safer.
Yeah.
You died from the lead poisoning.
You talk about pistolas, or you used to talk about pistolas a lot. What is a pistola?
I don't
know what it is.
Well, I don't know. I might be making it up, but
the tiny,
the little tiny gun that can fit in the palm of your hand,
like a little derringer,
like a gentleman's gun with an ascot. Who
where the madams used to keep them in their purse.
Right.
Like the man who you don't think has a gun, then suddenly he shot you, and he's like, "Surprise! I had a gun all along." Like that kind of gun.
Well, what else, guys? I mean, what else? I can't be the only one asking questions.
No, that's
I know.
I didn't sign up to be the host of this fucking show.
Nor did we want
Nor did we. We didn't want you to.
Are you sure? Because I'm the only one keeping the goddamn thing on track.
Yeah,
that's what you think.
I see how you could perceive it as that. Yeah, sure.
Okay, well, let's just fucking sit here with dead air. And just fucking
dead air.
Dead air.
Dead air. No, okay.
Well, you hate the gum smacking, but you love that from Danny.
Absolutely. Oh, well, that's what I love about it, is that it's so fucking obnoxious. So if you make a joke about it, I mean, my favorite joke in the pilot that we did, which nobody ever saw, Boldly Going Nowhere, was the fact that actor Chad Coleman, who played the character Cobalt in the pilot, who plays Z on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, was the security officer on the spaceship that the show took place on. And he had put someone in the brig because they were chewing their gum too loudly.
Yeah.
That whole sequence makes me laugh super hard. And
he was fantastic. He's always fantastic.
Yeah. He's like giving my character a tour around the ship, and he sees the guy and he's like, well, what's this guy in for? And he's like, all I was doing was chewing gum.
And do you remember who the actor was?
But you were smacking it, driving everybody crazy. It's like the best delivery ever.
His eyes bulging out.
Driving everybody crazy.
Do you remember who played the kid in the brig?
It was Eric Zimmerman, our assistant.
Our assistant at the time.
That's right.
Yeah.
Hey, can you do your CCH Pounder imitation? Because that's a classic.
Oh, yeah, what's the line?
It.
Yeah, let's see.
God damn it, Dutch! What other errands do you have us running for the DA?
Now, there's going to be a large portion of our audience that doesn't know CCH Pounder, and I suggest seek that woman out. Watch an episode of The Shield, which is fantastic. She's fantastic. I can assure you that is a perfect
Well, I think the one in the
Perfect voice
episode that I
imitation.
did was probably a little bit closer just because I think I'd warmed up. I think I'd studied. I think it was a little fresher in my head.
Yeah.
I remember when I must have been season 1 or season 2. I got gifted from FX The Shield, which is kind of a funny gift to be like, here's our show.
Here's our show. Right.
But it turned out to be a great gift because I watched them all, and that show was fantastic.
Yes.
God, that
I wonder
shows-
if they have a
that sh-
podcast.
That show blew my fucking mind. The first time when I saw that pilot, I was like, man, this show looks like shit. And it's so good.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's so good.
And you know, Kenny, so the first time I met Kenny was at a party,
Kenny who?
the guy that plays Lem.
I can't remember the show.
The
I knew
guy,
I liked it, but I don't remember
the
it.
guy who barely got any fucking lines. It was
he's
crazy.
very affable. He's not,
blonde hair.
blonde hair, not Vic
Handsome.
Mackey, not
Yeah.
not Walton Goggins.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, within 3 minutes of the conversation, he was like, "Do you want to arm wrestle?"
Oh,
And I was like,
wait, where was this?
Yeah.
Where was this?
This was actually at John Landgraf's house for like a Christmas party.
John Landgraf, guys, is the president of FX. Go.
Yes, I had just smoked, I don't know, 1,000 cigarettes with Walton Goggins because I was still smoking cigarettes. That's how long ago this was, season 2, something like that. And he was like, "Hey, do you want to arm wrestle?"
Okay.
And I was like, I just met him. And I was like, "What?
No.
No, I don't want to arm wrestle." I thought he was
Oh,
joking at
bummer,
first, but then
man.
he was like, "Oh man, all right, cool." Like,
Was he drunk?
nah. And I was like, why? And he's like,
Why?
I just arm
Why?
wrestle. I just arm wrestle everybody. Like, this is kind of my thing. And I was like, okay,
Okay.
well, maybe later. And then he proceeded to tell me how he was the arm wrestling champion of the Pacific Northwest.
Oh, so he would have broken your arm.
Oh, yeah. I think he just wanted to. But he's a very sweet man.
Yeah.
And then eventually I did arm wrestle him because he
Did you?
very clearly wanted to. Yeah, but he started me. He was like, you can start all the way. And I had like started all the way down. Where
And he still got you?
Where he was an inch off the table. Oh, yeah. I mean, he would rip my arm straight off my body.
Do you get so you guys remember the movie, the Stallone movie, Over the Top?
Of course.
And there's that.
course.
You guys remember that montage sequence at the end where it's the final competition and everybody's doing. There is a moment in that montage of arm wrestling bouts where a guy's arm clearly fucking snaps in half.
Mm-hmm.
And it's real quick. You see the guy, you see his arm, you see him wince, and it cuts away, and the sequence keeps going. And I think that, they were just like, well, that guy lost, is the idea behind the sequence in the film. But if you're watching even slightly closely enough, you see the guy's fucking arm snapping.
Now,
and
how
it is
quickly did
disgusting.
the AD yell cut?
This is a callback to the
This
very
is a
first
callback to
episode.
the
If you
first
knew-
episode
okay,
because
well-
hey, man, the guy's arm is broken.
If he knew-
get the scene.
If he knew that it was a montage sequence and that the point of the sequence was for that guy to lose, then I would argue that he could call cut very, very quickly because it's not like the guy had dialogue.
Yeah.
If he didn't,
Doesn't matter with a broken arm. It's not like you're gonna bleed out, right? You could shoot
could
for a
keep-
while.
well, it depends on how tough you are. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Those MMA guys,
yeah,
right?
he kept fighting.
His arm's dangling.
I saw a guy. There's a guy whose arm was broken, and he punched the guy with the broken arm and knocked the other guy out.
With the
Rich-
broken arm?
Rich
no
Franklin.
way.
Oh my God.
That happened for real.
That's outrageous.
It broke his arm
Yeah.
and then knocked the guy out.
I tell you what, I'm not that tough.
Tell
I
you
could-
what, you get
No.
a gun, you don't need to do that.
Oh God, no!
Right? Yeah.
Jesus Christ! I can't. It's funny that actually made me cringe.
It scared you.
That's it. It did. It did. That's
It was sarcasm.
well, it's edgy. It's very edgy.
edgy humor?
Very edgy humor. Yeah, but it got me. It sent like a surge of uncomfortableness through me.
Fear.
Yeah,
It's the thing about guns.
well, because people
people are crazy.
are fucking crazy and they're shooting each other.
Back to the mental health issue.
It's
Yeah.
and guns.
What the hell's going
2
on,
for 1.
man?
Can we work on both? 2 wars?
2 issues.
2 issues?
Yeah.
Mental
At the
health
same time?
and guns. Yeah.
I don't know. I got, my theory on all that is honestly goes back, it's just an evolution thing. We have not had time to evolve into the kinds of creatures who all of us can actually conform to the rules of society. Look, before, when we were just tribes of people and we had to defend our tribe, you want the fucking maniac whose bloodlust will allow him to slaughter everybody and anyone who comes near the tribe.
Or
you
her.
want that guy.
Or her.
Sure,
Or
sure,
her.
sure. But let's be honest. Cut that,
Well, I'm
cut
just
that,
trying
cut
to
that, cut that, cut that, cut that, cut that, cut that. But you want a psychopath in your tribe. So in other words, I'm saying there was a use for that guy.
Yes.
Even 5,000 years ago, to have a fucking a full-fledged maniac in your tribe who's just fearless and fucking insane. who will slaughter and kill anyone and everyone who even comes. I mean, it's like, those guys, they're just like, just give me something to kill. Now we're telling that guy's ancestors, like, you can't kill anybody. And they're like, and then you sit him down in a fucking desk chair in an office and have him stare at a computer and think that he's not eventually going to kill somebody.
By the way, that guy can still go join the military if that person wants and practice their killing techniques and become a weapon and go on clandestine missions around the world, whatever it is. But
hopefully you can channel it and you're taking out the right people, though.
But you have other systems at play here, right? All of a sudden you have commerce coming into the mix, right? So we're out of the feudal system in terms of like that maniac is now guarding the castle with his bunch of people. And now it's like, well, we have these weapons. We'll have this weapons race. Now we have the technology that we make guns readily available, but now we're going to sell them. Now we're going to make money off selling guns. And guess what? We're going to market them to people and we're going to sell them. And then now they're everywhere. So it's all these things.
Yeah.
You guys are pitching the movie Fight Club.
What?
Yes, right now.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Megan, that's Fight Club, right? What Glenn and Charlie just described as Fight Club.
Never seen it.
Just go back and check it out.
No, you're wrong. That movie's about soap.
That was about soap
That's
man
about a soap
and
maker.
Meatloaf.
That's about a soap maker who beats people
And
up in a
Brad
basement.
Pitt's
and
abs.
Meatloaf and Jared Leto's face.
Oh, Meatloaf. I forgot Meatloaf was in there.
Yeah, Meatloaf's actually great in that movie, man.
Oh, man. Yeah. Go, Meatloaf.
Everyone is, because it was Fincher, and he made them do like 900 takes each.
Yeah,
and it's
you're
like,
gonna get a
if you
performance
can't get
out of that.
one good take out of 900, then you got to recast the actor,
Yeah.
right? That's why.
Brad Pitt changed what every actor wanted to look like with that fucking movie. When he took his shirt off in that basement and you saw that torso, every single actor went, well, that's the new standard. And it's practically unreachable. And it's just, and it's,
I love picturing you in the theater being like, well, that's the new standard, folks.
What's that way? Yeah.
Getting up and walking out.
Well, guys.
That's the new standard, everyone. Thanks
Turning
a
to
lot,
all my
Brad.
actor buddies and being like, well, guys, that's the new standard. Yeah. Oh, God. But it was, I was like, you are just.
It's just lighting and makeup.
Genetics.
And diet. I mean, he
Genetics and
cut
Well,
hard for that.
But
from
he's
what I
just a
understand.
beautiful human
He's
being.
gorgeous,
so he's
gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous. Cut that.
Why?
No, I'm kidding. I don't care.
I love him. Want to be him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh,
He
Brad.
looked really lonely that time we saw him here on the Fox lot, didn't he? He was sitting by himself.
Sure, he's fine.
Didn't you do?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think he's all right.
Sure, he's fine.
Yeah, he's all right. He's all right, dude. Don't worry about Brad Pitt.
You know what's lonely?
You worried about Brad Pitt, Rob?
No, I'm not. I'm
You
just
worried about him?
No, not
He's
at
doing
all.
okay.
I'm sure he's doing
Let's have
just
him on the
fine. He
show.
just
Let's see.
looked a
Maybe
little-
he'll tell us about it.
Guess what? Surprise guest, he's here. Brad, what do you have to say? Well, that sums that up.
He's
Thanks
a
for
man
coming in,
of
Brad.
few words.
Man
You know,
of
he
few
lets his
words.
body do the talking.
Do you guys have a lot of celebrity friends?
Yeah. Oh, me?
Do you feel like you have a lot of like big celebrity friends like outside? Like I'm friendly with many people who are celebrities.
Well,
now,
here's the-
but do I have a lot of celebrity friends?
Here's
a smattering.
The grossest game
I don't.
that we've ever played that's actually really, really fun. And it's just gross. And we
Poop
should
toss.
probably cuss. No. No.
Poop toss was great.
No, that was pretty gross. No, is
We never
everybody
played
flip
poop
through your phone and who has the most celebrity phone numbers in your contacts is the grossest
hilarious.
game you
God.
can possibly play, but also really, really fun.
Rob, you hang out with The Rock a lot. Is this true?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see The Rock quite a bit.
But you guys are just talking about but that's just an actual rock that you talk to, right? Like
Yeah.
just a rock that's in your garden that you talk to. You're like, hey, rock.
You know what is kind of funny?
And the rock's like, call me Dwayne.
I was thinking about this in terms of celebrity pals. You're very good friends now with like Chase Utley. You're like best friends. And I was thinking about that joke that we had where you write him the letter.
Which we wrote before you knew Chase.
You
right?
didn't know him at all, right?
No.
That we just wrote that joke in and then you got what you wanted.
And then we became,
Well, he made a response video, didn't he?
Yeah.
Isn't that how the whole thing kind of started?
Oh, yeah, that's
between
what it
you and
was.
Chase and
That's
Yeah,
what it
he
was.
responded to it, and then we got him on the show, and then we just became friends.
now you're
then
just-
our wives became really good friends, and now we're. But it also helped that he moved to California.
You do have friends?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I do, but I don't like,
You don't
what's
like
the word I'm looking for? People.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't, I prefer to be by myself. I'm actually quite introverted, believe it or not, even though I'm very loud on this podcast.
Well, let's rewind back to that first minute and a half of this podcast. I don't see an introvert.
Actually,
I do. Maybe I do. I see an introvert who's ready to explode at any moment.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm very angry. I didn't say I wasn't angry. Yeah. I'm just saying I'm introverted. I really am, to a dangerous degree. Like, if I had absolutely nothing to do and no wife and children, I would spend weeks at a time never leaving my house. Absolutely. And never talking to a single fucking person. And then I'd come out of it like, oh my God, that was awful. But then I would do it again. The next chance I got, I would do it again. Anytime my wife goes out of town with my kids, I spend the whole fucking time in my house doing nothing. Because I love it. I love it. I just want to be left alone.
Now, Charlie, you wrote something down. What were you writing?
He got bored.
I got a little bored. I drew a little shape.
Yeah, he draws this.
I thought for a second you were taking notes.
Oh, God. Do you remember all the great stuff that Charlie used to do when we'd be sitting in the edit, all three of us.
Before phones.
Yeah.
Because now you can pick up your phone.
Where you would do, he'd just pick up a magazine.
By the way, phones existed.
Oh, God.
But before smartphones.
Smartphones.
But Charlie, by the way, is a very talented man in almost every facet of artistry.
No, go on.
No, it's true. But you would pick up magazines and you would find a picture of somebody and then you would doodle on the person's body and face to turn them into a totally different human being. And
yes.
I remember thinking, that's the funniest shit. Oh, you do it with headshots too.
Headshot. Well,
audition headshots.
That is a Jimmy Simpson technique. So Jimmy Simpson and I used to do that to our own headshots. We would have a pile of useless headshots and we mastered erasing. You can erase them.
You can erase the ink, right?
Yeah, you're like, wow, I can erase my eyebrows and erase my eyes. And Jimmy would sometimes cut in different eyes from a magazine.
For a full season, you guys did this in the editing room.
And it was the funniest fucking thing to me.
You loved it. I felt so left out.
Jimmy was a master at it. I was okay. We
got to have Jimmy on the podcast. That man is, I love that man so much. He is that man makes me laugh so fucking hard. He is so funny.
Brilliant guy. Also very good at anything he wants to do. He's very good at it.
Yeah. And just a good dude. Yeah. Yeah.
Drinks a lot of strawberry yoo-hoo still, maybe?
I don't know. I don't know.
Didn't have the best diet.
Back in the day.
That was a long time ago.
So when I met Mary Elizabeth, my wife, and we met in New York, we met outside of a play that I was doing, and we all hung out in a bar, and she came.
To tell us that story?
Yeah. I'll skip it because you guys know it. But anyway, she was at my apartment, and she opened the fridge. And
that night?
No, the next morning, pal.
Wow.
Actually, I left her because I had to go do a recording for IFC that I'd forgotten about.
And had you consummated the relationship already?
No, I don't think so. We had a little bit of fun. Knock it off.
Hand stuff, just hand stuff?
Hey, keep it clean.
You just do hand stuff?
That's my wife, guys.
Okay, I'm sorry. You're right.
Anyway, she's understandably thirsty, hungry. She opens the fridge. I'm living with Jimmy Simpson. The only thing that is in there's only two things. Strawberry Go-Gurt.
Oh, God.
That Jimmy had bought. And a meat, a hunk of ground beef that had been shaped into a penis.
Yeah.
Why? Because Jimmy and I are making a funny video about a man who smashes his penis off with a hammer. And we needed a fake penis. And, that pretty much sums us up.
That sealed the deal. She was like, I got to marry.
She's like, this is the one.
This is my guy.
This is the guy.
Well, that makes perfect sense, actually, because her sense of humor is just as twisted and strange as yours is.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a very, very funny human being.
Yes, indeed.
Her wife, yeah.
What else do they want to know? It's 5:10. So we've been talking about a little over an hour here. Let's about podcast.
Well, that should be the end.
That should be it. That's the end.
No,
that was abrupt. That was too abrupt. It was too abrupt.
Glenn, you're the host.
I knew it. Fine, I'll be the host.
Well, we've been singing The Birds of War, and one of the things that we'd forgotten, which was the lyrics, which I think was the best part of that song, is that we're singing about the fact that we're not just birds, that we're men, we have muscles.
The whole song is about clarifying that you're not just a bird, but that you're also a man.
You also have the muscles.
You have all the best
man.
Parts of a bird, but also the best parts of a man.
Yes. But we reiterate one more time in the song, but we're also men.
Yeah, right at the end.
Birds of War.
Yeah, well, maybe we'll sing it for you guys sometime and get the lyrics right.
Maybe we'll do it around the season where we do that episode.
6 years from now.
Yep.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Stick with us, guys. I promise it's only going to get better from here.
Grasshoppers, spooky or not spooky?